Hi guys, it's Sam from Mixed Up Craft. Thanks for watching my video today. I'm going to be showing you how to make this really pretty square box with this overhang edging. It's got a pretty ribbon fastening. I've finished the back here with a really nice edge detail with my Martha Stewart edger. And then you open it to reveal a really nice sized box with this pretty sentiment on the lid just for you. I'm going to be putting wadding inside, and then I'm going to probably put some jewellery in this because it's a really nice size. The exact measurement of the box is, just comes off the edge a bit there, so if I just line that up, you're looking at just over 6 inches by 6 inches. So it's a really nice square box, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because there's lots of this style box online, and there's I've seen loads of people do it, but I was struggling to find a good size because you do use, you're looking at 3 pieces of card to make this box. So maybe that puts people off because they don't like to use so much cardstock. So it is a lot of card. There's lots of elements to it for me to, to have finished it how I wanted. But it is easy. So although there are lots of bits to it, as long as you just take your time, pause the videos as you go along, it is really straightforward to do. So let's crack on with what you will need. So I've got a different lot of colours that I'm going to be using because I don't have those colours left anymore. But from a video, I think I've already put it up. I can't remember whether I've put it up or not yet. It might be one that's coming, but I brought a load of cardstock from Pound World, which I was raving about and just love using it because it's all got this really nice glittery shimmer finish to it, and I'm using that for a lot of the Mother's Day projects that I'm going to be uploading. So if you can get down to Pound World, it's really good quality card. It's up there with all the big brands in terms of, when you fold it and it doesn't crack and things like that. But just the detail, I just really love it. And again, you can just see here, it's just got a nice shimmer, and they're all the different designs. You get 2 of each design, so I bought 3 of each pack. The other pack's actually in my other room. I've just got double here because I was using that for something else. But anyway, so what you will need is 1 piece of 12 by 12 cardstock of any colour choice that you want. And this is going to be the box that sits inside. So this piece here is a separate box, which is why you use a lot of card, because you need to use 1 piece just for that box itself because it's so big. Then you will need a piece of card for the base and a piece of card for the lid. So I've got contrasting colours because I've picked out all the different colours within this printed card. So it doesn't really matter what you want to go on the top, what you want to go on the bottom. In this case, I'm going to have that as my base, and I'm going to have this as my lid. And then the sentiment inside, because on this card that I have, it has slightly different tones, it's double-sided. So that sits against that, I think, really nicely. And again, it picks out those colours in the card. So have a play around with what colourways you want to use and what you feel works best with the print that you have. If you do have this print, I think it's pretty easy to match up with, because these are all the kind of neutral tones. So if you've got lots of creams, whites, pinks, those kind of colours, then it's perfect. So you will need 2, so I've said you need the 12 by 12, which is for your box. Then you'll need your lid and your base, and these pieces of card need to measure 6.5 inches by 7 3/4 of an inch. And that is it for the moment. I will talk you through, because I don't want to bombard right at the beginning. This piece, sorry, I need to tell you now, so the printed decoration that's going to be this piece here going on the top. This piece measures at 5 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches. Okay, so for the minute, if you just get those 4 pieces of card ready, I think that would be enough for the moment, and then we can, once we get to doing the sentiment section on the top, I'll talk you through the measurements for that. So we're going to start making the box first. So you'll need your 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and your scoreboard. And this is really straightforward, scoring. So pop it all in, and you are going to be scoring this one at 1.5, 3, and you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So 1.5 and 3 inches. So again, turn your card, 1.5, 3, Again, 1.5, oh, and 3, and 1.5 and 3. Okay, so that's what you should have. You can see there. So that is your large 6, just over 6 by 6 square base, and these are all going to be your sides. Okay, so just take that one out of the way, and then we're just going to be burnishing all these edges. So you can see my double-sided, so this is the pink. This is what you'll see inside the box, which again you can see complements the card as well. So just fold in all these sides. And last one. Like so. Okay, so that's what you'll have there. Then we're going to cut in our, we're going to cut the tabs just to make our side tabs. I've just repeated myself there. So we're just going to hold the card up here, same as how I do most of my basic boxes, just to give it that reinforced. This is for a reinforced box, so you have the double-sided card on the side, so it just gives it that extra strength. Plus, when you stick this to the base, this is going to be really tough and strong as well. So it is a really, you can see here, it's a really strong, sturdy box. So it's going to be lovely to store away, and if you want to keep it in your craft room for, you know, storing your own things in, it's going to be great for that too. So what you need to do, any side, because they're all the same in length, is just cut down past the first score line, all the way down to the second, and again past the first score line and down to the second. Cut that piece out and cut that piece off there as well. And then you just want to slightly just shear off a bit from the edges, and again just a little bit. It just allows you to fold in those sides just with a nice cleaner finish, because even with all the perfect measurements and all the perfect cutting, you might still get some where the kind of cardboard gathers up on the corners and stuff. It can be a bit lumpy, so if you just shear off the sides just a little bit, you don't have to do much, it will make a big difference when you fold it. So that's what you want to have. So I'm just going to repeat that on this side here. So just cut all the way down past that first score line, and again take that piece out there, and out there, and again just repeat, and take off those edges like so. One here as well. I think I've done that one already. Okay, so then just turn it to face this side and just repeat exactly the same process. So again, all the way down, and again. Oh, pulled that a little bit there, but it's okay. Fortunately, that'll be hidden. And then the last one. So I've confused myself what I'm doing yet. Sorry, just on that one. So straight down. And just these last pieces. Okay, just do that one. Okay, there we go. Move all my rubbish out the way. So I'll just lay it down, and that is There we go. That's the template that you want to be having, so you can just see all the slight notches there where we've just sheared off the edges. You can see the top bit and the bottom bit there. Okay, so this is your base. So what we need to do now is just stick this together. So what I'm going to do first is just add some of my adhesive on these 4 tabs, so these 2 and these 2. I'm just going to use some of my snail, which I think I've said in previous videos, I think I'm too heavy-handed with these because I never ever seem to make mine last. They either break before the end or they get jammed up like this one is, but it will be okay to get through this project. Okay, so if you just do those first, and then what we're going to do, like I do with all of them, is just bring it up, line it up nice and neat, and just add a bit of pressure there. Again with that one, fold that one in. And same on all the sides. Like so. Now what you want to do is when you're thinking about which way, when you stick the box down, I'll show you again in a minute, because this is obviously the side piece where we put those tabs in here, you can see the card there. So whereas if you have it this side, you don't see that. So you just want to make sure that that's facing the front. It just gives it a bit more, a nicer look to the eye when you're giving it to someone and stuff. You just got that nicer finish at the front. There's no harm in it that way, but again, if you're really wanting your boxes to have that perfect finish, then I would just recommend you do it that way, because you can straight away see you get a nicer finish. So what we're going to do now is just stick down these sides. So just pop it on its side, and again with your snail, you're just going to be adding some tape inside. It doesn't really matter where. You can pop it on the lid, inside. I just stick it all over there and then just fold this down like so. Okay, so again, if I fold that back, you can kind of see where I'm going. So I just go right the way like so. So you cover the bottom and the, if you do it slightly on the horizontal or something, then when you fold it over, you'll get the sticky on all over it, because it will, I don't know, I didn't explain that very well, did I? But basically just whack the glue all over it, it will stick. There you go, you can kind of see all my adhesive there. So just fold that down. And repeat that on the other 2. Got something shaking. That's better. Okay. So what you want to do now is just grab your burnishing tool and just go around all of those sides and just really push down those edges so it's nice and crisp, and you get a nice sharp finish, and you know that you've stuck all that adhesive together. Like so. Okay, so there you go, you've got a really nice, strong, reinforced box there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make this base piece here. So I'm going to select so that was my top, so this was my base here. So before we stick this down, so we need to score, so grab your scoreboard and you're going to score your lid along the 7 3/4 of an inch side. You are going to score at 6 1/4, so just here. Okay, that's the only one you need to do. And just pop that one back. Okay, so what we will do before we start gluing and sticking down, we're just gonna, with your corner punch, if you have one, you don't have to do this, this is just the finish that I've done. You can leave them with corners, it still looks really nice. If you do use a corner punch, then I think you need to do it on all your corners, on everything, because then it just gives it that final, I don't know, it just brings it all together, it just looks nice. So just use your corner punch on that piece there. And then what we're going to do is just fold this piece up. Now it doesn't matter that this is this pinky colour, it's going to be on the back, it's going to be covered when you put your lid over, because the piece will come down and it will just show a little bit of this pink through the edging punch that I'm going to use. So that'll make more sense in a minute when I do it, but basically that's what you just need to do at this point. And then when I just mentioned earlier about having the right piece facing forward, so there you can see just the slight side of the white there showing, but if you put it that way you don't get that. So that is going to be my front, and you basically are going to be sitting that and gluing that all in like so. So what we need to do is we're going to add some glue. I've got some tacky glue here. I'm just going to add that across the bottom. Don't go too crazy near the edges, because obviously when you squeeze it down it's going to bleed out. So just do it, you know, on the inside piece here, and just a little bit, but not too. Even though it dries clear, you don't want it going all over the place. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up to that back score line here, and then you can manoeuvre it around a little bit if you need to, but as long as you keep it flat there. You could stick this at the same time as well, but I rather do them separately, so for that reason you can move this around a little bit, really get it in place, you know, add all the pressure you need to. The tacky glue is pretty instant, and again, if you don't use too much, it will dry very quickly. And then when you've done that, all you can do is then we'll go over onto the side and we'll push that down. But you can see there you get that nice lip on the edge. So I'm just going to just keep adding a bit of pressure to that for the minute. You can use your tool there as well if you just want to get right into those corners, like so. Okay, and then we're just going to again add some glue here. Remember not to go right to the edge, because this is going to be on show, but you can go as close to the edge here, because this is going to be obviously right against the back there. So I'm just going to again add a bit. Like so, and then just fold that one, bring it towards you and down. So again, just hold that there just for a few seconds, just so it really takes to all the pieces. Okay, there we go. Now, one thing already I forgot to do, and I forgot to do it when I done it, but we needed to add the ribbon there on the bottom, but it's okay because that glue will still be wet enough. If you get some of your ribbon, just cut it, and we're just, there's a big enough lip there already because obviously I didn't put my glue too far to the edge, but we need to add this ribbon into the centre of this bottom piece here. So all I'm going to do is just, in fact, I could have gone further with the glue anyway, so I was lucky here. Just drop a little bit of glue into that middle bit there, and then I'm just going to feed in my ribbon like so, and then just squeeze that down. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's where you need to be right now. So what we're going to do is just put that to one side and just let that set, and we're going to go on to doing our lid and our sentiment. So the lid is the same size as the base, and you need to score that exactly the same as the base on the 6 1/4. So when you put it into your scoreboard, just score at the 6 1/4 inch there, just so you get exactly the same finish. So what we're going to do is just, again, corner punch our edges, and then if you've got any edger, you know, I've completely lost my words. Any kind of, you know, design for edging your card, you can use any one you have. If you don't have it, it doesn't matter, but what you can do is corner punch the edges. You could maybe use a different, let me just grab an example. If you've got any kind of, see this is too big, but anything like this, maybe with a smaller design, something that would fit within this gap here. You could just do some nice hearts along there. You could do any kind of design. So don't worry if you don't have something like this. It's not the end of the world. So I'm just going to go along and put this all through. So just start off anywhere in the card and then line it up to the silver image there. Oh, like so. And again, put that one in place. Just for the end, and then do this other side. Oh, too far up. Like so, there we go. So that just gives you this nice, here you will see that will show through like that. So it just will show a bit of that pink, which I think looks quite pretty. So there was that piece there. So then you want to grab your image, again making sure it faces towards you, with this being obviously your back. So we're just going to corner punch this one. Like so, and then that will fit in like that. So I'm just going to add some snail. You don't need to add the tacky glue to this. You can do, but if you add too much, it might start to go a bit lumpy, whereas because this is on the base and it's two pieces of strong card and you're pushing down on it so much, you don't tend to get it, and if you do you won't see it, whereas with this being on the top you would. So just use some of your snail or double-sided tape, which I think I'm going to revert back to after this. There we go. So again, make sure it's facing up the right way and just line that up. Like so. There we go. So that is our lid. Then we just need to burnish this end piece. And that is ready to attach in a minute. But what we're going to do is flip it over. So you want this piece at the bottom facing you, and we're going to be adding in our sentiment, which is going to be sitting, so that's it closed. When it lifts up, that's what you will see. So that's why you want to do it this way, because your sentiment needs to face this way. So again, I'm just going to finish corner that bit a bit better. So you will need here these three pieces of card. So your white sentiment card needs to measure 4 3/4 of an inch by 2 5/8 of an inch. The printed card needs to measure 5 3/8 of an inch by 3.5 inches. And then the bigger plain card needs to measure 6 1/8 of an inch by 4 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so get those three pieces ready, and then you'll just need to corner punch all these pieces. And then we will add our sentiment. Oh, I need to sharpen this. Okay, so I'm just going to move those two to one side. And you just want your white sentiment for the moment, because we're going to get this one stamped. So the stamp that I'm using is this Just For You stamp from the Stamping Up Old Celebration Botanicals For You. Really pretty stamp set. I've used this a lot. I've used it with heat embossing. It takes really well with the glitters in lots of my cards. It's just a really nice card. So I'm using so I'm using this big Just For You, and then I'm using the 3 small flowers just to have a little detail at the bottom. So that's that one. If you haven't got that, any nice big bold sentiment, or it could be a nice saying, depending what you're using it for. You might not even need to add this part if you're just keeping it as a storage piece for yourself. So the colour I'm using is always Artichoke by Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to get this inked up. Just check it's all on there nicely, yeah. Okay, so we just want to lie this down. If you've got, I keep saying if you've got a stamp position, I've got one, and I just never seem to get it out for these projects lately. So we're just going to line that up into the centre. There we go. Okay, so I'll just push that to one side, and then we're going to use the flowers. So first of all, we need to use the, so I've got this light pink for the bigger one because that's the background, so I'm just going to ink that up like so. And then I've got the smaller one, which I'm using the crushed curry, stamping up. Pop that one on. You just need to kind of line this up as best as you can, like so. Okay. Oh. These are new stamps, so they're quite tough when you close them. They need to loosen up a little bit. And then the final one is this rose red that I've got for the top. And again, just see roughly where I want that to go. There we go. Okay, so just a really nice little pretty detail to add to it there. Okay. So now you've got that piece there. Again, it will be dry, but I'm just going to leave it and start with these two pieces. You just need to stick these all down. So again, making sure it's all facing upwards, we're going to stick this one on first. Yeah, this is definitely had it. Oh no! Hold on. There's still, or maybe I'm at the end of it. I think I am. Yeah, I'm at the end of it. So, 1 minute, I'm just going to grab my other tape. Okay, so I've just got a piece of double-sided tape here. Just add that. You don't need too much. Just go over that piece there. Okay. Yay, finally. Oh gosh, there we go, got it in the end. Okay. So just line that one up to the middle. And then just add a piece. One piece there, and a piece there. Again, just line that up. Like so. Okay, so now you need to grab your lid, and remembering that that's how it's going to be, so you're going to lift it up, that's going to sit in there facing you. Okay, so it should be so it comes right up to the top, and that's where you want it to sit, because what you're going to do now is you're going to add another piece of your ribbon. So just cut another piece off, and you will want to sit the ribbon between this card like so. Now because of that, and because there's so much card, I'm going to use the tacky glue, because you've got some fabric as well. You can use the double-sided and things like that, but opening and closing this over time, it will end up coming out. So if you use the tacky glue, you know it's really going to be secure. So I'm going to glue up this side, and just around that part there, I'm just going to put a little bit more just so that ribbon can absorb, and then the rest you can just be a bit more thinner with. but certainly around there, just add a little bit more. And then just lie the ribbon in the centre there. And then pop this one down like so. Okay, just going to move that along a little bit, and you've got that time to kind of manoeuvre it because the glue wouldn't have set yet. That's better. Okay, and just put a bit of pressure there. Okay, push that all down until it's all in place. And whilst that's kind of setting, what you need to do is we're going to be gluing this piece here. So again, using your tacky glue, you don't want to go all the way up to the edge because that's going to be on show, but you can go all the way up to as far here. But again, don't go too crazy with the glue, but just enough to make sure it stays secure. Okay, like so. And then with your box here, this is your back. You're just going to sit this down on top like so. And just making sure that you keep that right up to the edge here. Okay, just going to wipe that glue away. Like so. Okay, there we go. One finished box. So I'll just do that one up. Obviously be careful because the glue will still be setting, but just to finish up the video, tie it in a nice bow. You can spend a bit more time than I have. Just move all this out of the way, and there you will see a lovely finished, really strong reinforced box. And there's that lovely detail on the back as well showing. And there you go, 2 really nice, really sized, pretty boxes. You can use any designs you like, you can use them for any themes you like. I've got more designs and ideas for this size box. So if you do like it, then please hit like on my video, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye!